Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We post every Monday and Thursday, and if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can see when we post new videos. Today, I thought I would introduce you to my puppies because they're two of the most important people in my life. This is Hoodat. Say hi, Honey. Hello. So her name is Hoodat Elizabeth Berrios. And she has a funny story. She's 12 years old. We've had her since 2009. And I got her from a Mardi Gras parade. I was going to be walking in this Mardi Gras parade with my aunt. And they had a pound bus. So they were trying to advertise these dogs to be adopted from the local pound in Louisiana. They needed volunteers to walk the dogs, and so they asked me because I was just standing around not really doing anything, and I got to pick which dog I got to walk, and guess who I picked? I picked this one. I picked this little baby. She was so underweight. She weighed 9 pounds, and like her real weight is like 12 to 13 pounds. So she was missing a quarter of her body weight, and it was really sad. So it was cold too, and so I held her the whole time in my jacket. When the parade was over, what are you doing? This is my dog. And so when the parade was over, I had to give her back to the pound bus. I say pound bus because they literally took a city bus and they converted it into a pound for dogs. They said the bus was going to be at the zoo for the adoption event later in that day. And I was like, oh my god, I need this dog. I could not part with her. I called my mom on the phone. Oh! We have another visitor! Hi, buddy! So I called my mom crying on the phone because they needed this puppy, not this one, the other one. And I said, I can't let this dog go. I was so sad. You're making this difficult. This is hard to film. Hello. Hi. Where was I? So I did have to put her back on the bus, but then my mom was like, okay, well, let's get her. So we drove to the zoo, and we were waiting for the bus to get there very anxiously. And then the bus got there, and the guy on the bus was like, I recognize you. I'm gonna let you have first pick. And I was like, oh my god, I get this dog that I wanted. And so I went back on the bus. Dunnie, you're in the way. Hootie, come here. Hootie. This is chaotic energy video. So I went back on the bus and I picked this one out. Yeah, so that's her adoption story. Because I couldn't let her go. I needed to keep her. I needed to have her in my life. We named her Hoodat because we got her pretty much right after the Saints won the Super Bowl in 2009. Some of her favorite things are sleeping. She likes to sleep. She likes to cry. If no one is petting her or paying any attention to her, she will just walk around whining until someone says hey and starts to pet her and give her scratches. She likes eating. She likes pooping. And she likes going on W's. We can't say the word W-A-L-K-S or else they'll get too excited. Why are you breathing so heavy?
Why are you breathing so heavy?
Oh, and her breath smells so bad. She has dragon breath. It's horrible. Dunnie is our third dog. He's very special because he was our first dog that we got after our first one passed away. I'll put a picture here. Her name is Comet. So Dunnie is a a pit bull Chiweenie mix, and he looks kind of funny because his body's long. His face kind of looks like the square pit bull kind of face, but his legs are kind of short for his body, so when he sits down, he has to sit on one of his legs. We weren't really looking for a dog after Comet passed away, but my mom saw his picture. I'll put the picture here. She saw this picture and she was like, we need this dog, and so we got this dog. He was a foster baby, so he has only known love his whole life. Isn't that right? Dunnie, sit. Dunnie, sit. Dunnie, sit. His name origin is because when Hudat was in the vet one time, the vet called us and they said that she was ready to be picked up, but they didn't say Hudat. On the voicemail they left, they said, "Who done it is ready to be picked up." And that was before we had this little guy. And that is why we named him Who Done It. He likes blankets. Dunnie, what you doing? Some of Dunnie's favorite things are playing, and he likes to burrow. So when he's sleeping, he likes to be under a blanket or in his cozy cave bed. Sometimes he talks as well. He'll like kind of like growl in his throat, because if we're like watching TV or something and he needs to go potty, he'll let us know by talking to us, and it's pretty funny. He's a smart dude. And I love him. So besides meeting my dogs, I have a reading update. I've read 3 books since the last time I spoke to y'all about that. So I actually did finish Brissinger, that really long, like 700. That's Play growling, by the way. So Brissinger, I'm gonna give 4 out of 5 stars, and the reason being is because there was a lot of like battle scenes in it, and it was really graphic scenes that I just like, sentences I just did not need to read. It was a little too graphic for me, but I still really enjoyed the story, and so that's why I'm keeping it at 4 stars. The next book I finished was Becoming by Michelle Obama. I listened to that one on audio and it was fabulous. I was in quarantine when I came back from the hospital for a week in my room, and she kind of got me through that. But I really enjoyed it because it was really fascinating. Hearing about the stories of how she and Barack kind of got in a relationship, and just kind of hearing their background. To me, they're just really relatable people, more so than other presidents that we've had. So yeah, that was really fun. I gave that 5 out of 5 stars because I liked it. And the next book I finished this morning, also on audio, was Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. And that's a story about these 2 girls who are dealing with the grief of losing their father, while also trying to come to terms with the fact that they didn't know of each other's existence. And it's the first book I think I've ever read in verse, besides the Odyssey, but I had to read that for school, so I don't count that. So that was interesting. I gave it as well 5 out of 5 stars. It's been a really good reading month. And so with that, I think that concludes my video. I hope you enjoyed meeting my puppies. Oh, I almost forgot. I need to pick a disc golf park for him to go to. I'm gonna pick for you to go to Willow Fork Park, Danny, because the last time you tried to go there, there was a significant weather advisory for wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour. So maybe you can redeem yourself and go past hole 1 this time. So thank you for watching this chaotic video and for meeting my dogs. I hope you enjoyed it.